to filming my Essie nail polish collection. The thing that was holding me up is I wanted one single swatch on my blog of every single nail polish before I actually did this collection, so that I could link to reviews, because it's far too many nail polishes for me to review individually. I'm just going to have to kind of whiz through them all. If you want more information, you can check out the links below. If I've got some favourites along the way, then I'll mention it. But I must admit, this is the third time I'm trying to film this because I ramble too much and I want to tell you about the individual polishes. But this video would be like 45 minutes long if I did that. So the only way to get through it is to just kind of tell you them all in the colour sections that I've put through, and then I will link everything below. And if you've got any specific questions, you can tweet me and I'll respond a lot quicker than responding to your comments in the comments section of this video. So anyway, without further ado, I will get through onto the first section, which is kind of silver and kind of glittery shades. Not glittery specifically, but kind of silvery golds. First of all, I have these chromes, which were from the summer collection, I think, of 2012. I have Blue Rhapsody, No Place Like Chrome, and Penny Talk. Penny Talk is a gorgeous rose gold. I wore that so often in December, and it's seriously, they are like one coat chrome. They are amazing for if you've just got a few minutes, you need to quickly do your nails before you go out the house. Dry really fast, one coat. They don't last forever. They probably will chip that evening, but I think that they're really, really nice to have to hand. The other one that I have in this collection is Beyond Cozy, which was from the winter minis collection that I got from Boots, alongside another couple that you will see in a moment. I really, really like this one as well. It's so sparkly in kind of the right light and very, very festive. The next little collection of colours I have is pinks, or pinks rather. I'm going to start with the brighter colours, and they are these. First of all, we have Watermelon. Then we have Pansy, which is a real Barbie pink. I absolutely love this one for spring, summer. Then we have Cute as a Button, which again is kind of on the coral side, and I'm going to get into corals in a second, but this is a very, very wearable pink for kind of spring, summer. I really, really like that one. A little bit warmer toned. And then complete opposite end of the spectrum, a serious blue toned pink in Tour de Finance. And this is, it's kind of shimmery, it's kind of a pearl finish, but it does almost have a blue tint to it. That's a really, really special one. The coral kind of shade that I have, coral slash reds. Two of them are more on the peach side, but they didn't kind of fall into a category on their own, unless we do this is peach and they are reds. This one is, what is this one called? Tart Deco, which is actually what I've got on my nails today. And this one is a Crude Interest, and these I definitely have Model Zone dupes for, and if I can remember, I will link them below, because I don't know whether or not these are actually still available, because I got these both from discount outlets. If you want to buy Essie nail polish, and especially anything that I mentioned in this video, just Google whatever the nail polish is and you'll likely find it somewhere cheaper, because if it is part of a collection, once the collection is over, they'll sell them online cheaper. I got a lot of mine for $2 or $3.99 in random discount stores in like places near me, but you can find them online in places like Fragrance Direct, Extras Online, lots of places. Just Google whatever you're looking for and you will find a cheaper alternative. But yeah, they basically are kind of peach. I think this is Peach Sherbet, the dupe for Model Zone, this one. But they're kind of my peachy shades. And the more on the red section, I've got Ole Caliente, which is, it's kind of pink and it's kind of red. It depends on the light that you get it in. And this is a very much a red colour. It's Snap Happy. And this again is from the Christmas. I think it's called Snap Happy because the writing tails off. It says Snap Hap, but I think it's Snap Happy. It's kind of a real, it's a Christmas red. It's a Christmas red. I wore that at Christmas time. I have two very, very pale pinks to mention. And I actually realised that I've forgotten at least one nail polish. I'm sure that I'm going to forget more. But I don't have one with me, but it's very, very similar to this one anyway. And the first one is Sugar Daddy, and it's a very sheer formula. It's not going to show up very well on your nails, and even when you build it up, you're still going to be able to see through it. It's at least translucent, if not completely transparent. And the other one that I have like this is Mademoiselle, and it's very, very similar. I think one is slightly warmer than the other one, but I wouldn't recommend you buying both of them because I don't think that you need more than one sheer pink in your collection, in my opinion. And the other one that I have is Fiji, which is completely opaque, almost like, it's like an off-white pink shade, which I love. I've worn this so much. And just one tip that I wanted to give you, I know that this is going to be a super long video and I don't want to bulk it out, but one thing that I found really, really useful is that Essie nail polishes do have ball bearings in them to keep them very, very fluid, just to keep it so that it doesn't get kind of, so they don't go dry as easily, and it just keeps them nice. So you can shake them up and you can feel and hear the ball bearings in the liquid. So if you want to find out if a nail polish is going to be sheer like this one, or it's going to be more opaque like this one, you can look underneath and you can see the ball bearings. And with the Fiji, you can only just make out the very, very edges of the ball bearings that's touching the glass. And with the Sugar Daddy, you can pretty much make out all of the ball bearings floating around the bottom of the glass. So just a tip, that is how you can figure out whether something's opaque, rather than having to open the bottle and swatch it if there's a tester, for example. But for the majority of the time, you're not going to be able to test it and see. So that is just a little tip if you are wanting to find out if something is opaque. On that note, I was looking for an opaque white because Essie again do lots of sheer colours that are very, very white, and I couldn't tell which one was sheer, which one was opaque. And again, I found, I think this is called Blanc, yes, Blanc. And again, you can hardly see the ball bearings in the bottom of the glass, and that was a good sign. I bought it and it is a completely opaque white. I have some problems with this, and I'm probably going to put up 2 swatches for this so that you can see the issues that I've had. I do find that it crackles really easily, and I don't know if that's because it's white. I don't have many white polishes that I actually have managed to achieve a decent opacity on my nails. So this is probably one of the only ones that I've ever actually worn. But I do find that it crackles on my nails. If you put another top coat over the top of it, it's even worse. I don't know if it's because it's heavy, I don't know. It's very strange, but also it does pick up stains and the tips of your nails tend to yellow, and generally white is not an easy colour to wear. So I would say if you are wearing white, even the Essie one that I love, it's probably only going to be 1 or 2 days wear max, just something to note. I have 2 kind of greyish shades. The first one is Sand Tropez, which I actually got quite recently, and it's just kind of a nude colour. It reminds me a lot of my Deborah Lippmann Waking Up in Vegas, but a lot cheaper. It's about half the price, even if you buy it full price from Boots. But it's just kind of a nice greyish nude. And the other one that I have is Chinchilly, and this is kind of, it's almost a purple grey. It's not purple, but it almost is. There's just something to it that's kind of got a warmth, but this is a very, very popular one, and the whole greyish phase is definitely not out yet. You'll still definitely get some wear out of it. On the kind of purple note, I then have some purple polishes. I don't have any all-out nail polishes from Essie that are like full-on purple, but these are kind of, I suppose they kind of fall into the greyish family. So I'll start with the ones that do most of all. And these are very, very similar. They're not the same, they are different, but they are very, very similar, and I bought them at different times. The first one is Ladylike, and this is kind of, it's almost a dark mauve nude brown shade. I'm so bad at this. It is ladylike, as it suggests. It just makes you look polished. It's not kind of in your face. It's not too nude for your nails then to look a bit dead, because I know that for me especially, if I do my nails and they're kind of too close to my actual skin colour, it just looks a bit mental. Whereas this just gives you a little bit more of a polished look. And this is almost exactly the same colour. In fact, I would hazard a guess that the base colour is the same, but it's got this iridescent blue purpley kind of glitter running through it, and it's so fine. You can only just see it. It's amazing. In some lights, it just looks like a flat kind of nudie greyish colour, and then in some lights, it almost looks purple. It's such an interesting colour, and this is Demure Vix. And I think maybe it might just be called Vix. No, it used to be called Demure Vixen, and now it's called Demure Vix. So if you're looking for it now, that's the name. But I would definitely recommend this. It's a really interesting colour, but it's still not too in your face. I actually forgot to mention this one. This is To Buy or Not To Buy, which is an opaque kind of pale purple with a blue metallic glitter running through it. And this is Bangle Jangle, which is almost a grey purple, a really, really nice one, and an easy one to wear again, not too bright, not too kind of in your face, a really, really muted purple colour. The next colour selection is going to be kind of greens, and I have a few of these as well. The first one I'm going to mention is one of my favourites, and it is Mint Candy Apple, and I wanted this for the longest time, and then I don't remember when, it was sometime last summer, Laura from Laura Loves Beauty bought it for me whilst we were shopping, and I was absolutely thrilled. I wore this for like weeks and weeks and weeks on end. It looks amazing under glitter, it looks amazing on its own. It's just a really cool colour, and again, a really nice one for summer. Very, very popular, and it's a really nice mint shade. One that is very, very close to that, and I thought, it's not really close to that, but I thought that it was going to be like that, is this, which absolutely sure. And it's a very pale, it's kind of like the Fiji equivalent of green, if you know what I mean. It's kind of an off-white green. And I wish that you could get more shades of this kind of off-white something, like off-white purple, off-white whatever. I've got the pink, the green, I just want some more now. Model Zone do one called Beth's Blue, which I would consider to be kind of the off-white blue. It's just a super pale pastel, that. And I really, really like this one as well. I've worn that equally as much as Fiji. One that I bought online, and I probably wouldn't have bought if I'd seen it in person, was this one, and it is called Navigate Her. The green is just not doing anything for me. It's a very yellowy green, and I'm just not super impressed with it. I wouldn't purchase it again, and I wouldn't have bought it if I'd seen it in store, but again, I think it was like $2.99 or something, so I couldn't resist. And my last two from this colour section, again, are very, very similar. It's Trophy Wife and Dive Bar. Dive Bar is much, much nicer. Trophy Wife is kind of, it's a pearl blue, it's a metallic kind of pearl blue. My camera actually cut me off, but this is kind of a green blue metallic shade, and Dive Bar is very, very similar, but I mean, it doesn't look similar there. But next to each other, I have pictures that they look really, really similar, and when I saw them in the store, I thought, do we really need both of them? But they are so different, really. This is kind of almost... Well, that baby's angry about that. This is almost a kind of beetle colour. It's a purple, almost black when it's on your nails, blue, green. They're similar in a way, but also very, very different. The last three colours that I have are in the kind of burgundy family. And the first one is It's Genius, which is, again, one that, had I seen it in real life, I don't think I would have picked up. It's very interesting looking, but it's a little bit, I don't know, mature maybe for me. I don't know what it is about it that I'm not super keen on, but it's kind of frosted, and it's got a burgundy base that's kind of a metallic-y burgundy base, and then it's got a gold glitter running through it, which you would think is really nice for Christmas and this time of year, but I'm not all about it. I don't know what it is exactly, but I think it's just a little bit too frosty for my liking. The second one I absolutely love. It's Bahama Mama, which is just amazing. It's just a completely opaque burgundy colour. It's a kind of plummy, reddy, amazing colour. I really prefer the opaques, and I am going to do a blog post on my favourite Essie nail polishes. I don't have time to kind of run through them at the end because really I'm just going to ramble too much, but I will link that below. And the last one is this one, which I wore a lot over Christmas time, and it's Leading Lady. It looks just as amazing over the top of this one, especially. Just as amazing over the top of another one as it does on its own. It's very much like Razzle Dazzle by Deborah Lippman. Yes, Deborah Lippman. But it's just a little bit nicer. It's brighter. There's just more glitter to it. I really, really like this one. There's not a lot of Essie nail polishes that I don't like, but I've definitely got my favourites. So like I say, I will link that blog post below. The last thing I want to mention is I have tried a base coat and a top coat from Essie. The base coat is the ridge filling base coat, which I'm not super impressed with because I've had to layer it up a lot to actually fill any ridges. I found that buffing my nails is a lot more effective than using this because you don't want to make your nail polish too thick. And if you have to layer on the base coat before you've even started with the colour, then it's kind of not a good way to start, in my opinion. And the nail polish top coat is Good to Go by Essie, and I think this is amazing. The main problem is that, as you can see, it's gotten gloopy over time, and I've probably had this for, I might have had it for 6 months, and I've got good use out of it, but there comes a point where the brush can't really reach the bottom of the nail polish, and it just kind of feels like a waste. For $7.99 I want to be able to use every single last drop of the nail polish, and you really can't with this. So I think I'm going to stick to my Sally Hansen Mega Shine, which I actually can get cheaper online. So that was my entire Essie collection, I think. If I've missed anything out, then I will have kind of added them in here and there, or I might add them in now at the end. Don't forget to check out all the links below. I hope that that was useful for any of you that are looking to buy some Essie nail polishes and wanted to see some. And I hope that that was kind of what you were looking for if you have requested this video. But I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!